Okay, folks, we want to say welcome to all of you across the world. It's a great way to welcome you to this very special broadcast. It's a full coverage on the CDC rally today. Of course, it's ongoing at the Antoinette Totman Stadium. The Coalition for Democratic Change today has taken the streets of Monrovia. Liberians have gathered and wearing on the blue and red berets, of course, making sure that they go ahead making the case, of course, showcasing the CDC's strength, which happens to be the numbers. And we're going to be bringing you some uh, pieces of information on that. Of course, there's going to be a full coverage here on the very activity today. So, I want to say welcome to this very special broadcast. We will connect with our folks in the field, and we will bring you all of the happenings from different locations on this very special coverage. We're live on Spoon TV, we're live on Fabric TV, we're live on Super TV, as well as on YouTube at Spoon Talk Live. And you can also follow us. We're streaming to you, or we're coming to you live on radio, Fabric 101.1 FM, and Spoon 107.5 FM, as well as Super 95.5. So, I want to say welcome to this coverage again. And very shortly, we will connect with our folks out there, making sure that we bring you all of the happenings across the country today, all of the happenings in Monrovia and its environs. The streets of Monrovia have started getting crowded already. Individuals have been seen on floats making their way at the Antoinette Totman Stadium. A couple of days ago, it was the Unity Party. Most of you are aware that the Unity Party had an event, a very elaborate one as well. And Conga Town was crowded. There was a very jam traffic situation. And today is the CDC. And these are all activities leading to the October 10th polls. Of course, Liberians will be going to make very critical decisions for the country that will determine what happens to Liberia for the next 6 years. Liberians will be trooping in on October 10th to make that very critical decision. So the activities we're seeing across the country are all part of the very October 10, just the building blocks to October 10. And yes, every single political party wants to make the case. There is this crowd contest, if you may, that almost all of the political parties will want to show out. And the CDC is no exception. Most of you are aware that the CDC, even back then in opposition, was known to be that political party that will always put out the crowd. And so, yes, other political parties have followed, have tried to do same, but the CDC remains that political party that will always put out the numbers as for every time you have these kinds of activities. So, the actual program at the Antoinette Totman Stadium, we understand, will be taken up very shortly, and as part of the activities, the president will be there. President George Manawia, he's going to be speaking to hundreds or if not thousands of Liberians who have already started making their way at the Antoinette Totman Stadium in Monrovia. Now, but aside from that, there have been videos circulating on the social media of several Liberian artists. Several Liberian artists have been informing their supporters, their fan base, that they will be at the Antoinette Totman Stadium as well, making some performances, musical performances. Very few of those individuals who have been speaking with respect to that. MC Kara, for example, yes, a famous Liberian female artist, a rapper. She's one person who have been talking about that. Bucket Raw and several other Liberian artists have been talking about their presence and some of what they're going to be doing today at the CDC's program, at the CDC 1 Million Citizens Campaign launch. And so it is expected that the Antoinette Totman Stadium will be full to capacity today. So we will make sure to bring you all of the happiness right here on Spoon TV. We encourage you to keep following. And those of you listening to us via radio, we'll make the analysis and provide the pieces of information, and also come back to you to give you the flow so that you wait in your thoughts on some of the happiness today. We will open the line at some point in time and afford you to the opportunity to be able to have your say on the happiness today. So we want to say welcome again to this special broadcast. Is a full coverage on the Coalition for Democratic Change, that's the CDC 1 million citizen campaign launch. Now, as part of this activity, there were people, Liberians started to troop in from different parts of the country from last evening. There were videos that circulated on the social media of how people were leaving other counties, making their way here today, because it's a nationwide campaign launch. And the CDC, as a political party, will do everything, to make the case to Liberians that, look, you may not support the CDC, you may not be one of those persons who's a fan of the CDC, but as a political party, they have the numbers, and that's exactly what everything is going to be telling out here today, that the CDC has the numbers. I've already started to see some of my colleagues getting ready to give us a view of the streets of Monrovia, a clear understanding of what's happening in these different locations, and it's going to all end up at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. We're going to bring you the full message from President George Weah today as well. What is he going to be telling the people, thousands of Liberians who are already making their way at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium? What is he going to be telling them? And just all of the activities we're going to bring you right here on this full coverage on the CDC 1 million citizen campaign launch. All right, so let's bring you this video. This is a scene from some of the activities from last night, when preparations were being made for the activity today. All right, so I see my colleague Trocon Flaman is already in the streets. He's going to be coming in. I see Aaron Kuban. Aaron Kuban will be joining us from around the Vamuma end, and we have our guys posted across Monrovia and its environs. But let's bring you this video quickly. Okay, so there you have it. Yes, those are just some of the activities from last evening, but I'm going to try now to see if I can connect with my colleague, Trocon Flaman. Aaron Kuban is well posted as well. So let's see if we can get Aaron and Trocon coming in, because we want to give you a view of what's happening out there in the streets of Monrovia. Trocon. Okay, so Trocon isn't coming in with this mic, so let's hope we can get him coming through subsequently. But we'll go across to bring in Aaron Kuban now. Aaron Kuban should be joining us from the Vamuma intersection. Aaron, welcome to the broadcast. Aaron, are you there, sir? Okay, so we will try to get Aaron Kuban coming through as well.
Yes, good afternoon, Delphi. Are you getting me?
Okay, now you're live. Aaron, good afternoon to you, and it's great to have you joining us on the broadcast here today. Where exactly are you showing us right now, Aaron?
Delphi, are you getting me?
You are very clear on the radio. You're live. I'm asking, where exactly are you posted right now? Aaron, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Aaron, are
currently.
you there? Okay, so we're trying to make the necessary adjustments to be able to get Aaron and Trocon coming through. But as you see there on the screen, of course, the streets of Monrovia is gradually getting crowded. Trocon, if you are there, you can just unmute as we try to get some updates from you with respect to what the situation is like to where you are. So if you're there, Trocon, you can just we will appreciate if you were
Yes,
to unmute.
Nelson, are
Okay.
you getting me?
Okay, now we're getting you very well. Trocon,
Okay,
where
we are
exactly are you
here
posted right now?
On the Tottenham Boulevard, where you see citizens are trooping in their numbers, both on bikes, on tricycles, motorcycles. Some are walking, as you can see here on the screen.
So
Hundreds
so
of
so
citizens from all here sinking along the Tottenham Boulevard
so
here. Get
Trocon,
up,
where exactly are these individuals coming from?
why are you so excited? Why are you so excited today? Why are you so excited about your campaign So we are still here on the Tottenham Boulevard as citizens continue to troop
Okay,
at
okay.
the ATS. Some many are walking, some are on motorcycles, tricycles, making their way to the ATS. Some are headed to the party headquarters and all of that. They're walking, and when they were asked, they said to me that they don't have transportation, but they have to go. They must be there. That's why they are making their way, Nelson Colette, to the CDC
Is it
campaign
that
launch today.
is it that those guys, some of those individuals are walking because they don't have transportation? Is that what we're getting from you, Trocon?
Yeah, that's what they said. Many of them are trooping their way because they don't have transportation. And so they have to make their way. It's a love for party. They call the party mandate. So they have to make their way. Some are on motorcycles, some are on tricycles, on buses going here and there at the headquarters, and also headed towards the Anton Tottenham Stadium in central Monrovia for this campaign launch today.
Wow. So now in the midst of everything, I see the road is clear to some extent. So it means that in the Congotown belt, where you are here on the Tottenham Boulevard, there isn't that much of a jam traffic situation right now.
No, the traffic is absolutely free. The traffic is free, it's moving. But again, citizens are everywhere since morning. They've been trooping. This morning, they've been walking on motorbikes, they've been on motorcycles, on tricycles, on vehicles, buses, and they've been making their way to the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium where our colleague Haji Masale is right now. So we will be making
Okay,
our way through this Tottenham Boulevard to continue to bring you up to date
thank
about
you.
how citizens are trooping their way to this campaign launched today in Monrovia.
Okay, thanks a whole lot, Trukon, for giving us that update. We look forward to seeing more updates from you guys out there. We also look forward to connecting with Haji Masale, who is posted at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. But let's go across now to connect with Aaron Kuban. Let's try to connect with Aaron. And as you try to do some adjustments from your end, Trocon, we will now bring Aaron on. Aaron, good afternoon. I'd like you to just have us informed in case you're getting us well. I see your microphone is not muted anymore. But again, Aaron, where exactly are you talking to us from?
Yes, and Nelson, thank you for joining me. And I think I can just speak because the response from you and me is not too fast, and it seems like you're not getting me. But if you are getting me, I can just continue. I'm here at
You
the
are live. You are
Uh,
live. I'm getting you
Bamuma
very
House.
well.
Okay, I'm here at the Bamuma House junction, where musicians have continued to took their way to the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. As you can see, many of them here trooping away. I came here about an hour, 30 minutes ago. I have seen hundreds of
Got a
musicians,
rat
some of
today.
them on coach, some of them on taxis, buses, pickup trucks, all of those things. All of them are trooping their way to the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, and they are usually chanting the slogan 18 years, and some of them chanting the number of President George Weah on the ballot, number 18, number 18. That's why many of them are seen here. But I've seen them in their numbers. And just earlier on, I was watching some other outlets from the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, and what I've seen there is that
No.
the number at the ATS is already very much huge, and so these institutions yet are still making their way there. It does not matter how many persons are on the Antoinette Stadium. They just want to be part of this entire history making. That is to re-elect President George Weah, and for 12 years, that's what they want to be part of. And you can see them from the screen here that many of them are trooping their way to make sure. There's a lot in the background.
Yes, yes, yeah. Go ahead. We're listening to you. I think your update is coming in clearly. That's why
Yeah,
I just
as you can see there. But while I'm posted here at the my end, I got information that the youth league will be picking up from here over to the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. It's already after 1 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock as a matter of fact. And so I guess when they will be picking up, but we've been here over an hour, 30 minutes now. But since we've been here, a lot of people have been making their way to the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium.
okay. That's a great one, Aaron. Now, but tell us, what
Hello,
exactly
Nelson.
are some of? Yes, are you hearing me, yeah, Aaron?
Nelson, are you getting me?
Very well. Are you hearing me?
Hello?
Yes, I'm getting you, Aaron, and I want to know as to whether you are getting me very well.
Hello? Yeah, I'm hearing you. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm getting you. I'm here with Adukane, the Monserrato County chairperson, the chapter of the CDC Youth League. Is here. Adukane, welcome to Spoon TV.
Thank you, Aaron Kuba, and let me say good afternoon to all of your viewers in the diaspora and back home. I'm glad to be on Spoon TV at about this time.
The chairman of the CDC, Mr. Mola Molu, announced a 1 million rally. There were 1 million people coming out. Do you see the prospect of that declaration from
Oh,
the chairman?
we have already achieved that. The 1 million rally was not only intended for muscle rally. There is simultaneous convergence of citizens across the 15 political subdivision. As we speak, Foya is also down. As we speak, Bondoma is also down. As we speak, Sosa, all of the sketches or our districts across the country is also down. We have achieved that already.
Thank you very much, Adu. Nelson, we have the youth league of the CDC, and we have the more, and now they are marching towards the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. I see the chairman of the youth league of the ruling coalition for democratic change here, along with officials of the so marching with them over to the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium for week. Then yeah, so I see Emmanuel, Nito, Johnson. That Emmanuel Robert Johnson is popularly known as Emmanuel Tito. Is here along with his party official for the youth league. They are waving the flag of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
Yeah, Nelson, so are you getting me?
Yeah, you still loud, Aaron. It's just that their background is a bit loud.
There are lots of guys there trying to open the way for the youth league chairman. But like we said, we've been here waiting on him. And you can recall quite recently, he led a march like this on the first day of the campaign launch. Nelson, the very gentleman who led the rally with the guys with the caskets, he's the one now. But today, they are marching with the flag of the Republic of Liberia and that casket, like what we saw the last time. So, but this one is different from what we saw, and we are marching what to the after that Tottenham Stadium. But like I just stated, there are also people who are currently, already on the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium.
So Aaron, approximately how many groupings did you take notice of? I'm talking about those groups that pass you as you try making your way through that particular corridor.
Nelson, I didn't try to take stats about the number of auxiliaries that passed because there were many we call it a democratic change passed this morning. But like we said, it's the youth league that we're all waiting on to make sure that we can view them and march along with them. But I know there are thousands more out there. This youth league are also coming
Okay.
to make their way to the Tottenham Stadium.
Okay. So thank you very much, Aaron. We look forward to getting more
So,
updates
folks,
from
those of
you.
you following us, there is the youth league of the Rudy Coalition for Democratic Change marching towards the Tottenham Stadium. We will take some break along the way. Nelson, that is not easy.
Yes. So, Aaron, I want to say thank you. Thank you for giving us update. We have Haji Masale in the background now. Haji is about to join us from the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. So let me say thanks to you, Aaron, for providing us that update. I appreciate it. Thanks a whole lot. Okay, so Aaron Kuban there posted in Syncor. They've just passed the Famuma intersection and they're making their way at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. And Aaron Kuban is there with the group. There's a sign with the Youth League chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Emmanuel Johnston. So we are about to move over to the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium to give you an understanding of what's happening there. But we see Trokon Flama is still making his way. Let's go back to Trokon to know exactly where he is as we try to establish contact with Haji Masale from the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, where the real action is. Chokon, are you there? Shogun, if you are there, you are muted. Can you unmute and then give us update? Okay, so I see you are at the CDC party's headquarters. Where you're standing right now is right before the headquarters of the Coalition for Democratic Change. So, Chokon, if you are there and if you are getting me in, I will love you to just unmute your microphone so we can have you give us some updates on what the situation is. So as it stands, from all indications, there are people at the party headquarters celebrating or observing this rally today, or let's say this the campaign launch, the CDC 1 million citizen campaign launch is going on simultaneously. Folks are at the party headquarters, while also at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, Silesians have gathered there as well to be able to bring us all of the happenings. But we'll go back to our colleague Haji Masale. Let's see if we can get Haji to come on to give us more update. And then Chokon, at any point in time when you're ready, you can come on. Just kindly unmute, and you can go ahead and give us update. Okay, so Chokon, we would love you to kindly log out of studio, and you can try logging in again because we have a little bit of issue in getting you on. So, folks, you are following a very special broadcast here, a full coverage of the Coalition for Democratic Change. That's the CDC, the ruling establishment in Liberia, the ruling party in the country. They are launching their 1 million citizen campaign launch today, and it's all happening at the Antoinette Kanyado. That's the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, and so we are going to be bringing all of the updates here and making sure that you're informed every step along the way with respect to what's happening out there. So we have our guy Chokon Flaman out there. He's currently making his way. The last time we saw him, he was at the headquarters of the CDC. We have Aaron Kuban, who's making his way at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. And then we also have Haji Masale, our guy who is there at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. So Haji is going to be giving us a view of what's happening in there, whether he's inside of the stadium or he's outside. He's going to be giving us update on the happenings there as we move on with this special broadcast right here. Okay, so we want to say welcome. Thanks for joining us. This is a special coverage here. Now let's bring you a video from Mayor Jefferson Koijee's activity yesterday in Nimba County. Let's try to bring you this one as we establish contact with Haji Masale from the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. So there you have it. That's just a flashback from activities yesterday at the in Iganta City, Nimba County. But let's try to connect with Aaron Talu. Aaron Talu is our reporter there. He's stationed somewhere out to give us update. Aaron, welcome to the broadcast. Where exactly are you right now?
Thank you, Nelson. I just walked from the Boulevard Junction. Now I'm moving toward the ministerial complex in Congo Town.
Hmm. Okay, so Aaron, tell us, man, you are coming from the Boulevard Junction. Now you're somewhere around the ministerial complex in Congo Town. What is it like making your way from Boulevard up to where you are? What is it like in terms of the flow of traffic and maybe people coming out to rally today, the CDC
Well,
campaign launch?
well, Nelson, to be frank with you, there's a free flow of traffic from the Boulevard Junction to where I am currently, but there's a massive turnout. I must be frank with you, and fair to the Liberian people, the turnout is very massive, but there is a free flow of traffic for now.
Okay. Okay. So
Yes, there's a free period of travel for now,
you wanna
but the
describe
turnout
you wanna
is very.
you want to bring us up to speed with respect to some of what you observed as you made your way through that corridor from Boulevard Junction coming all the way here.
Yeah, so Nelson, I saw group, various auxiliary group from the CDC, the Council of Petra headed by Ben Believe Topa. He moved on with his group. I saw a group named we are movement for the re-election of President. We are also saw that. And also saw the auxiliary group called the Rahil resident for the re-election of President. We are and Rahil is in district number 6, Ralo County. And I also saw a group from the district number 4. District number 4, the current youth chair for CDC, Emmanuel Johnson, reside in district number 4. So I saw the huge crowd from district number 4. And I also saw a huge crowd from district number 5, where the CDC also has staff and representative in that district. Thomas Fala, I saw a huge crowd. And I'm yet to see the district number 5 lawmaker. Earlier on, I saw Samuel Toure. Samuel Toure is the finance minister. I saw Samuel Toure. I saw Sir Joseph. Samuel Toure live in Magibi County. I saw
All those
Samuel Toure with
officials,
other partisans. I saw Samuel Toure with other partisans moving towards the party headquarters and subsequently to the Antoinette Thomas Stadium.
hmm. When you saw all those officials, were they walking? Were they parading along with the seditionists who have taken out today, or was there a situation where maybe they were in their cars, they were in their vehicles, and then what was it like? I want you to kindly describe that scene for us.
So I saw the current finance minister in a SUV vehicle with windshield down, and I also saw Sir Joseph also in a vehicle, and other party staffers. I saw them in a vehicle. The only party staff I so far saw working was Ben Believe Topa. He was from the Council of Petra, the CDC Council of Petra. So, but the rest of them who are currently in position in the CDC and the government, I saw them in a various vehicles moving toward the party headquarters, while partisans or the CDC are working for the various districts and community, making their way to the CDC party headquarters and subsequently to the Anthony Thomas Stadium.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
great one. That's a great. So where next are you going, Aaron Talu? Where next are you
Uh,
going?
so I'm making my way to the party headquarters to see exactly how the turnout like, and I'll also move toward district number 10 to see exactly how the turnout like in district number 10, and subsequently to the party headquarters. I can make my way to the Anthony Thomas Stadium where the official program will be held.
Okay. Okay, Aaron, thanks a lot for giving us update. We look forward to hearing from you once you get full update to provide here. Thanks a whole lot.
And Nelson, I saw lots of comedian John Flomo and the lot of other comedians who are also on this campaign trail. And I'm seeing numerous of people from all walks of life, pickup trucks, smaller car, jeeps, everywhere. And beautifully decorated with parties, CDC parties, regalia, moving toward the headquarters.
Okay. So that's a great one, Aaron. Thanks for giving us that update. We want to cross over to Haji Masale and know exactly what's happening at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, where he's coming to us live from. But we appreciate you, and you can remain with us. That is, if you can, while we try to connect with Haji Masale here. Thanks a whole lot, Aaron.
Okay, Nelson.
Okay, so folks, again, we want to say welcome. This is a special broadcast here, brought to you live by the Spoon Communications Network, and this broadcast is capturing the major happenings on the CDC. That's the Coalition for Democratic Change. That's the Coalition for Democratic Change. 1 million, 1 million citizens march. All right. So I want to say thanks again for joining us. Let's go now to the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium to hear exactly what's going on. Let's hear from Haji Masale, who is posted there at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, the ATS for short. Haji, welcome to the program. Haji, are you there? Haji, are you with us? Okay. So there seems to be an issue here. We are not getting Haji Masale. So we're not getting Haji. But as you see there in the image, uh, on your screen, the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. This is exactly what the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium looks like right now. A very crowded ATS is what you see there. Very crowded ATS, and there there are still people trooping in, but in the midst of all of that, the place is seriously crowded. Liberians have gathered there in their numbers, and of course, it's part of the CDC's activity today. Now, and one thing is, so many people, even some of those who are trooping into the rally, the CDC campaign launch, are concerned. They're very much concerned about the traffic situation as well. We saw the situation when the Unity Party came in District 9, where people who individuals who were going about their normal businesses had to remain in jam traffic for hours, some 4 or 5 hours. They were stuck in the traffic for some time. And that was because the corridor being used here, talking about the Tottenham Boulevard, is not too big. You know, it's just a 2 lane road. And as a result of that, traffic was jammed. Well, with the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, there is this expectation that folks making use of that corridor will not experience that kind of a jam traffic situation. That's what a lot of people are anticipating. But again, that can only be possible when we have the Liberia National Police, for example, working tirelessly to ensure that to ensure that the different commuters or the vehicles that are applying that corridors you know, are not stuck. They control the traffic. And then the next thing is to ensure that even the people who are trooping in at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium now are parking their vehicles in the right positions and doing everything possible to stay away or to avoid anything that will cause some sort of disturbance or serious traffic jam situation. But we'll go back to Aaron Kuban, my colleague, and I see Haji Masale is here as well. Let's know what's happening and where exactly Aaron is right now. So, Aaron Kuban, thanks for joining us again. We'd like to have you give us an update on where exactly you guys are right now.
Yeah, Nelson, we are currently around the 11th Street area, and like I said, the youth league is the one leading this parade over to the after the Tottenham Stadium. And so we are around 11th Street as I speak. Just telling to 10th Street, and yeah, and then more people joining as fast the crowd streets. I started to get usually crowd the streets. Then when we started off from the market, so more people keep joining. But we are actually passing to the ATS, like I said.
So Aaron, I want to know from you, the group I'm seeing there, is it just the auxiliary? Is it just the youth league of the CDC, or do you have other auxiliaries that have joined the CDC youth league in that very venue where you are?
I cannot be confident if telling that all I can say simply is that the chairman of the youth, Mama Mother Johnson, along with the officials, as you can see there, all out of the white. Parade. So the chairman is here.
Okay. Okay.
Of the CDC. But I can't
Thank you very much, Aaron. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you. The background is a bit loud, so we look forward to hearing from you shortly. Yes, we're trying to get Haji Masale to come on as well to tell us exactly where he is right now. I've been seeing that Haji Masale is right now at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. We look forward to seeing him join us shortly. So we give you an update from the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. But from what I've been seeing on the screen, it appears that the place is crowded. You know, it appears that the place is crowded, and it's no secret that most times when you have the campaign, in these kinds of at those kinds of events where maybe it's a field and so forth, it takes time. All right, it takes time. It takes time and for those places to get crowded, you know. So once the areas are crowded, not everyone who attends or who goes to that particular rally campaign launch, like today in the case of the CDC, will have the opportunity to go to be indoor and witness the event. Some people will intentionally stay out of the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. They will just be out. Some people will force their way in. They will try making it, and some people plan, you know, to attend these kinds of events. So most times they are there far ahead of time, and I think these are the people that have trooped in. They've made their way at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, and that's why we're seeing this kind of a very good number with the time just at the 24 minutes past 2 p.m. So we'll go back to Aaron. I see folks on the CDC Youth League are still here. They are trooping in. They're in Synchro now. So it means that very shortly, the guys are going to be at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, where we brought you a view of the happenings at the ATS as well. Sorry, at the CDC party's headquarters as well. And our guy Aaron is making his way now to the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. But let's bring you a buzz of this one right here, and we are here. We will make sure that we keep giving you all the updates you need, all of the updates you need right here on this very important event, marking the official campaign launch of the Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC, today. And this is a nationwide event. There are people coming from different parts of the country, and they are all trooping in at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium to ensure that the CDC have or experience a grand launch today. And but again, let's take a pass of this. Let's take a short break with this video right here to be back.
Jefferson Koijee.
Okay, so there you have it. Mayor Koijee was there in Nimba County yesterday. Aaron Kuban is still moving with the team. I see they're in Synchro. They are still in Synchro, and they are making their way down at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. So folks, you are watching Spoon TV, Fabric TV, Super TV, and also you're watching us on YouTube at Spoon Talk Live. We want to say welcome. Thanks for joining us on this special coverage of the Coalition for Democratic Change. At some point, we will open the lines so you get to share your thoughts on the happenings today. As from your different locations, you will give us update as well with respect to what the traffic sorry, not traffic, but what the campaign situation is out there. Yes, and there's a component that has to do with the traffic as well, what the flow of traffic is like, and so on. Well, let's go back to Aaron Kuban to know exactly what's happening. I see the CDC Youth League have lined up. They've created a queue here. We want to know where exactly they are and why they've stopped the movement, and they're now waving the flag of Liberia. Aaron, are you there? You want to give us an understanding of why the entire group have stopped, and I see the chairman moving from one end to another, and they're waving the flag of Liberia. You want to tell us what's going on here, Aaron?
Yes, the Jubilee actually stopped. There was some movement of vehicles. So currently that street there, we are currently around the state street. State street around there. There were some vehicles currently out. So they had to stop a little bit for those vehicles to either come out of state street or go in state street. So do the movement. And that was why they stopped quickly. But the concourse, they have now been headed to the disruption for NSA or anyone. And the guys are moving over to the ATS, as you can see. They'll say, how you got me? Okay, so if you get us, those of you watching this live, see some of the Liberian people. Welcome back. Welcome to the Spoon TV. Thank you, Jefferson. Thank you. I see you guys are marching. The memorial announced that there will be 1 million people outside. Well, are you around? You just that quickly. Okay. Before you come in with a question to acknowledge the effective presence of the youth chairperson of the Revolution National Youth League, president of Baba Thompson, and Castillo Dito shot. And this is the decision of the Liberian people. They have said times of our number that this government has contributed immensely to the growth of the development of the state. That is why people from all walks of life, from all around the various counties, the districts, the community have decided to rise up to the occasion to establish themselves into history so that they can give the president and the government the first round victory. And this one will be like on the first ballot. Can this gotta repeat a signal that you're gonna win first round victory? We want to stand to you that if you listen to Chimamanda, you never request for 1 million. But when you look at the mentor, this is the first time in the history of this country that you see human beings are ready to street. At the amount of money you are looking at the traffic, and I mean, that's a historic. And the Liberian people are not sleeping. And that's what we have decided to say to them, that this person is going to defeat them on the basis of accountability, not just mere utterance. Nobody has the prerogative to develop this country or to level with this country. We have the authority, we have the responsibility. That is why the chairperson is taking charge. The chairperson is taking charge. We want to send a message to them to say to them that that is the peace that we are honoring our moral obligation to protect. That is why you see all of the youth peers from the angle of the youth league are ready with the symbol of the flag in their hand, which symbolizes peace. The last time you guys paraded was the thank you rally, and you paraded with casket. Now we see the flag of Liberia. What's the quick shift? Thank you, brother. Okay, what's the opening of the campaign? Sorry. National background, so we don't want to go that route to put that there. So I want to say to you here is that the decision here today, like you see, thousands of Liberians come here to celebrate this process. It's something that should be celebrated. It's something that should be talked about. I mean, people that come to say they want to govern the state. These are people that have tested about 12 years ago. All of what they are projecting today, they had the authority, they had the state under their control. But as we speak, these developments that they are talking about, I mean, they didn't actualize that in the 12 years. Only under the document, under the leadership of His Excellency President John Manuel, you see the investment plan. Under the leadership of His Excellency President John Manuel, you now see university students going to school free. Under the leadership of His Excellency President John Manuel, now see students are no longer going to government offices as the watch me. Under the leadership of John Manuel, you see market women are celebrating the general market. Under the leadership of President Weah, you see the newly constructed MPF building. So we are saying to you, these are development and the project I've never seen. The project I've never saw since the last 4 years. Finally, before we let you go, are you confident there is no opposition political party in this country like an odd number? What you've done here today? Yeah, brother, you're not speaking down to the politics of the Republic of Nigeria. CDC as an institution is not a popularity contestation with any political party. CDC as an institution has consistently demonstrated that has the forever will, that she has the marital spirit. And what you have seen here today is just a testament to what we have happening on October 10th. Because as we speak, there are no designers or even mass on the Christmas tree today. So we coming on October 10th to show that they carry the first balance for His Excellency President George Manukia. So tell us in the stage, let's have the decision of the Nigerian people. They say about the rental, tell us football, so the authority of government are testing this initiative and the ones that you are seeing already today. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving us the opportunity. As before, you will see the human being, the rest of young people at the level of the SPF. Don't want to say to you, but we'll have this conversation as we progress. Thank you very much. That's Hill of Mark. He's the one, he's official of the youth league of the Louis College of Democratic Change. Yes, you know, because we are still marching here. So the after that, let's get our see Hachi Command is also in the parade. Hachi Command joined from the opposition. As a matter of fact, he was an official in the office of Representative Yaka Kolula, and he's part of this parade. He joined about a fortnight ago the College of Democratic Change to re-elect President George Weah.
Wow. So Aaron, are you there?
I'm ready.
Okay. So now, you were able to speak to some of the guys. I did see you talking with Hill of Mark and some of the folks there. But where exactly are you guys right now? I see you still marching, moving towards the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium. But where exactly are you guys right now?
Nothing. We are before the United Nations building, just opposite where we have the Morgan City government, the MCC. And so we are gradually climbing up Central Town, which way we all into the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium on Lane Street. But we are just on First Street as a matter of fact. And then we're going up Capitol Hill.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Aaron, for giving us that update.
Another thing, I'm here with the Secretary General of the. I'm the Secretary General of the Youth League. Thank you, sir. How are you? I'm fine. Welcome to Spoon TV. Thank you very much, sir. How are you? I'm okay. Oh, what does this mean for the CDC? I see thousands of people out there. The young people of Nigeria are making a statement that, hey, nobody touching our future. Joseph Parker will be beating on the first hour of something. Some people believe that is not possible. Some people believe that is not possible. On the first round, we all don't believe the same things. You have to practical ladder you believe. That's what the CDC is doing. What is happening in Morocco? It's happening in every major city. I just don't want something. And you got to defeat a pyramid. Okay, but there have been issues where some people reference the crowd for Thomas Fowler in the 2020 election. Institutions don't compromise. That is George Weah. We will not compromise George Weah for anybody. Nobody can speak to the future of the country and compare to George Weah. Okay, thank you very much. That's the Secretary General of the Revolutionary Youth League of the Coalition for Democratic Change.
Okay, so I see you guys are making progress. You gradually pushing up towards the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, and clinicians are gathered. And but Aaron, I want you to tell us, man, as you guys made your way through the corridors, you took off from the Vamuma intersection in Sincor around the Airfield Junction, making your way up now. You're around Capitol Hill. Tell us, what is it like with respect to the traffic situation now that you guys are making your way? I mean, you're trooping in from that corridor. What is the traffic situation like?
That's the traffic is huge. Especially for those coming from the EFW area, obviously there will be huge traffic. With the fact that today is Thursday, there are other activities ongoing. People will have to go to school, to work, in other places. And so there's a serious traffic at the back. But from the opposite side, for those vehicles coming towards town, there's not much traffic because they've been seriously assisted. But most of the guys who are trying to make sure that pass, except that someone who's listening to us now, be drafting towards the Combat area. When you reach the CDC headquarters, you will see traffic. So from the Bamuma end towards the CDC headquarters, there's traffic. But from the town towards that side, there isn't much traffic because the concentration is towards the ATS. So many people
So
are going
so
towards the
so
ATS.
now, Aaron, tell us about the presence of the police. Usually, when you have these kinds of events, those kinds of gatherings, there's always a need for the police, especially to regulate things, to sort of control the flow of traffic, and yeah, even control individuals who will be partakers of violence and all of those things. What is it like with the presence of the police? Have you noticed the police anywhere around since you embark on the
Go, go,
journey of
go, go, go.
marching? Or the...
Wait, you be safe. Let go, man. Just start there. Hello, Nancy, are you getting me?
Okay, yes, I'm getting you. Aaron, are you
Yes,
there?
sir. Sorry, that was just rushing in the back. So I didn't want to be,
Okay.
yeah.
So
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 the guys were coming from the back and the guys in the front had to stop. So I wanted them to go further. But you were talking about the issue about the
the
presence of
presence of the
police.
police, yeah, the
Yeah,
presence of the police.
yeah. I've seen few police officers posted and draw intersections, but I can't tell you that they are marching with us. No, I've not seen police officers marching along with just you. All I see here are quote unquote militants of the CDC who are trying to direct the traffic as the youth league march headed by the chairman. So the police are not yet marching along with us as you may think it might be, but we have the guys trying to direct the traffic. But police officers are posted at broad intersections. The lines about the fish market area. That's Scarlet Junction. You have Bamuma.
Okay.
Different areas. Police officers are posted at broad intersections, but they are not, parading along with the crowd that are going towards the ATS. Yeah, which I've not seen.
So who are those making up majority of the folks in the crowd? Who are those? Approximately, what's the age range? If you were to figure out something of such, who are some of those? Are they like maybe people in the early 20s or first time voters? Or what specifically are some of those individuals who are part of this team that's marching here right now?
Now, see, most of the people here marching are young people. We have first time voters, and the parade, like I said, is being led by the youth league chairman. So obviously, most of the people that are part of this parade, this segment of solutions that are marching along are young people. As you can see, the chairman of the youth league is a young man along with his officials. They are all young people that are on this team. So you can see from the back there, the young people are all here, forming part of this parade.
Okay, so Aaron, thanks a lot. It's like you have to log
Take a
out
break,
and you have
Kelsey.
to log in again. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah,
We appreciate that.
yeah.
Thanks for giving us update on the happenings there, folks. We are still here. Of course, we want to make sure that you have an idea. Of course, presenting to you all of the happenings out there as CDC launch this 1 million citizen campaign launch today. Of course, the CDC is taking over the Antoinette Totman Stadium today. We understand the president will be there. Top officials of the Coalition for Democratic Change will be there. That's where the CDC, the Coalition for Democratic Change, the ruling party, will be officially launching campaign activities today. And as you saw from some of our colleagues who have been giving us updates from the field, um, Liberians are trooping in there. You just listened to Aaron Kuban and saw him on the screen as he spoke to some of the folks on the CDC Youth League. They are making their way there. The Youth League, the Youth League chairman or chairperson, along with other folks from the CDC, are making their way at the Antoinette Totman Stadium. But we're gonna move in there from the stadium itself to give you some updates. Our guy Haji Masale is still setting up in the background. We're gonna give him some time so that we give you a clear understanding of what's happening out there. So if you're there, stay with us. This is Spoon TV. We're live on Spoon Radio 101.1 FM. That's Spoon FM. We're live on Fabric FM. We're live on Fabric TV. We're live on Super FM. We're live on Super TV as well. And we want to say thanks for joining us on this special broadcast here today. And of course, we're going to be capturing the major happenings in Monrovia and its environs with respect to the official CDC, 1 million citizen rally or launch today. But listen, it's about the numbers. And at some point, Aaron Kuban went ahead and asked one of the officials of the Youth League about the number, how authentic it is, talking about 1 million citizens coming out today for the CDC. What are the possibilities? You saw from different strains, from different locations, how the streets, were being taken over by some of those guys wearing on the blue t-shirts and so forth. But equally, folks came across. Now, I came across a video today where there's this person wearing on the CDC campaign t-shirt and so forth, wearing the cap and everything. But this person was saying that, look, yes, I'm wearing the cap, yes, but my heart is not here, and so forth. But there are people out there who are there for the festivity. There are people out there who are diehard supporters of the Coalition for Democratic Change. There are some of those who started this journey since 2005, and they're still part of it. They're still there making their contribution, coming out for the CDC as well, and making sure that they form part of this elaborate program here today. So we're going to keep giving you updates from the field. We're going to make sure that you get to know what's happening at the Antoinette Totman Stadium from inside of the facility. We're going to give you a view of what the external part of that facility is, and all of that. We will be doing just that for you here on this special broadcast. And again, we want to say welcome. Thanks for joining us right here on this special broadcast. We are coming to you live on Spoon TV, on Fabric TV, on Super TV, and on YouTube at Spoon Talk Live. Again, I want to say thanks for joining us tonight, this afternoon, and hope we can do this together. We will keep bringing you updates until we can have President George Weah address citizens today, address Liberian seditions or the Weahshans, if you may, on how they intend to go about. And Liberians are, again, equally waiting to see what exactly the president is going to be telling them today with respect to his message. Why are they out there in the first place? What exactly is the president of the country going to be telling those seditions? Well, there's a general anticipation, especially for these kinds of events, since in fact it's a campaign launch. It is expected that President George Weah will talk about the campaign. He will talk about the need for people to vote for the CDC, why Liberians, especially those who are out there, should vote for the CDC. You can't rule out the possibility of the president throwing some jabs at maybe some other political leaders as well today. Yes, so a lot more. President George Weah is expected to be telling people as well why they should re-elect his government, why they should give the CDC a second term, and that's something that's very important. Well, Liberians are divided on this, something that the president have worked so hard. Like so many of the people going out there, they think that the president have worked so hard despite everything that's happening, the challenges and all of that. But there are some of those who think that the president have worked so hard and he deserves to be given a second chance. Well, there are others, on the other hand, who think that, look, this thing is not about President George Weah, being given a second chance. It's about the country. Well, there are some who think that it shouldn't be, or the president should not be given a second chance. Well, that's why he's going to have the opportunity to speak out. And President George Weah today is going to be speaking out. He's going to be telling Liberians why he wants them to vote for him. And yes, the president say is that office, is that office of the employee, and the citizens are the employers. And so once the time is nearing, there's a need. You want an extension, and that's exactly what President George Weah will be doing today, asking the people of Liberia and telling them why they should vote for him. But we are still awaiting some of the updates coming from the field. We want to say thanks for joining us right here on this very FM dial. Those of you watching, we appreciate you as well. Let me go to the lines and take few calls from our local lines here. Let's take few calls on what you make of the activity today as we try to get our guys ready, as we try to take more calls, let's say more analysis from our guys. Haji Masale is at the at the ATS, but unfortunately he's finding it difficult to set up. Once he's done, we're going to be coming just right back to you to give you some of the updates. But let's go ahead and bring you something here to listen to as we move ahead with the activity today. Let's be
Jefferson Koijee.
Okay. There you have it. And we are still here, making sure that we bring you all of the happenings here today, as the CDC, carry on this campaign launch today, the 1 million citizen campaign launch at the Samuel Canado Sports Complex. Well, let's take some calls. From across the country. Let's have you calling in. Call us up on 077101075, 077701075, or 07777771075, 07777771075, or 055510105, 055510105. You can tell us what you make of the attendance today, what you make of the event itself, and you could also give us update from where you are. What is it like with respect to the turn up? How many seditions, maybe like groupings, have you seen today? If you can remember, we just want you to give us some updates. Let's have a conversation right here together on this very special coverage. We are going to, after just few calls, we're going to be moving shortly to back to our reporters in the field to get more information from them with respect to what the situation is, talking about the 1 million citizen campaign launch. Let's take this person. Hello.
Hello,
You live. Tell us an email. Where you calling from?
I'm Nelson Quay, calling from number 12.
Okay, Nelson Quay, let's hear you. You've been following the broadcast. In fact, which part of District 12 are you calling from?
I'm specifically from a chicken soup factory.
Okay, chicken soup factory. So tell us, man, what is it like in chicken soup factory right now? Today is the CDC 1 million citizen campaign launch. What is it like in chicken soup factory right now?
The atmosphere here is good. We see our people going out there, but they are not going there in the interest of the CDC, to be specific.
Why do you think these people are going out there if not in the interest of the CDC?
Most people went over there today to say a farewell to the president, because today I think so far will be his last 10 of he will ever fit to address. Because it's coming October 10th, Joshua is going to fight to lead Liberia. To lead the presidency with total human factor.
Thank you very much. Let's hold you there and take
That's
another
my
person.
concern. Yes. Thank you very much.
Hello, you live?
Hello,
Okay, great. Tell us an email. Where you calling from?
this is Patrick Power. I'm calling you from district number 17.
Okay, let's hear you, Patrick.
Yeah, I'm listening and monitoring at the same time. I'm on social media looking at the activities. But I can tell you from the turn up I'm saying, it's like people are just telling the CDC goodbye. Because even in my community, where I know 2005, 2011, also 2017, the CDC is having the type of program. They come about to see. I'm not seeing that. I walked this morning all the way to down 0.4 or then monitoring the whole activity. It's not really encouraging. Even the fees, the ATS they are talking about, ATS can contain more than 5,000 people. They talking about 1 million. How do you get the 1 million for you?
No, but listen, the 1 million doesn't necessarily have to be at the ATS, but the people, some of them will be outside and throughout that entire corridor. And you listen to one of the officials from the Youth League of the CDC, Adu Kane, when he said that this is going on simultaneously. It's going on in other parts of the country as well. But what we see now is just for Montserrat County, Monrovia to be precise, and its environment.
As for Montserrat itself, what they are talking about, Montserrat, I know from the time I called 2005, 11 or 17, it's not a Montserrat. I know for CDC, even for CDC today is very poor. And even in the community, in the during entertainment, you see people there one. Only a few people you can find. Even to my community right now, I'm speaking to you. You only find about one person with CDC barrel, one person with CDC t-shirt.
Thank you.
So it's just like they're just wasting their time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother. Let's take another person here very quick. Hello.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, good afternoon. Let's say your name and where you calling from. Hello?
I'm Danawadi.
Okay, Danawadi, go ahead. Tell us, what is it like talking about the 1 million citizen campaign launched today by the CDC? What do you see from your location?
I appreciate the CDC because the CDC is doing well. Like I see a group of people just passing. I went to Power Junction.
Okay.
There are people passing, going at the party headquarters. So I just want to tell us, for you. And my brother, I think he heard the other call. Said that those people who go in there, they are not going in the interest of CDC. They are going to go tell CDC farewell. And that's not the place to tell CDC farewell. Go and tell CDC farewell at the final start. But these are the way problems start. You're going there now to go and create problem in the people gathering. When you go there, I'm something happy. Then the CDC pick force all of people.
Thank you.
If that
Thank you.
Is not for you, don't go there.
Thank you very much. And I think that's a great point. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I think that's a great point. And that's one of the ways that people will be able to avoid any form of violence. If you know you don't support the CDC, please don't go to their rally, don't go to their launch in the name of wanting to create problem. Because if you did so, just rest assured that you're going to be arrested, you'll be pulled over, and sometimes the detention alone by itself is something that is so regrettable. If you were to just imagine you as an individual who wakes up every morning, you go to where you want to go, and then you're stuck in one room. Least to talk about the other aspects that goes with that. So please, yes, I think that's a great one from Daniel Walipe, a staunch supporter of the CDC. But let's take another person here on the line. Hello, you live. Hello? Hello, are you there?
Hello?
Okay, go ahead. Tell us an email where you call from.
Hello?
Okay, you're not hearing us. Let's take this person. Hello?
Nelson.
Okay, great. Your email where you call from.
Albert from Tower.
Let's hear you, Albert.
Well, I heard, but I'm confused about the CDC.
Why?
The other time I heard they said 1.5 million people. On the radio, through all the radio they've been appearing on, their Information Bureau, on the radio they said that 1.5 million, it will come to. In fact, they said that 1.5 million people were only restricted to Monrovia. They said the entire Monrovia.
Yeah, but that's why if you listen to Adu Kane, who happens to be one of the support, one of the stars of the youth group. He said this is going on simultaneously. It's going on in other parts of the country as well.
Oh, nothing. I think one of the things this morning I get here heavy noise on the main road. Since the rain came down, every one of them fled and went on the other side. There is no noise in my area. What I want you to do, get to your correspondent in the very country, because I just listened to one of your sister program. They say nothing going on in one country. The vice president home. So you need to get to your correspondent. Don't mind people tell you get home.
Thank you.
Get to one country, that's other area, because nothing going on down there, my brother. That's not just joke.
Thank you very much. Thanks a whole lot for that. I'm still awaiting our guys. Once we get a word from them, we are going to be okay, bringing you the updates from here. We will certainly, once we get words from our guys, we will certainly go ahead and bring you the updates. So the CDC has taken over Monrovia today. Of course, the city is going blue gradually due to okay, so the city is going blue gradually, and we want to say welcome to this broadcast. We are here to make sure that you get the best. I mean, the very best. Today is CDC rally or campaign launch, and we want you to come on. We want you to come on. We want you to say how you feel about it. But just before we do that, I would like to move ahead again and bring you this video here. Let me bring you this video. Okay, so folks, we talked to okay, so we talked to Hody Haddad. Let me try to connect with Chukon Flaman. Let's have Chukon Flaman coming on to give us some updates on what the situation is. So Chukon, welcome. Are you hearing me? Chukon, are you there? Chukon, are you with us? Okay, so folks, on the screen there is Chukon Flaman. Uh, he's broadcasting from the headquarters of the Coalition for Democratic Change. That place is the headquarters of the Coalition for Democratic Change. And as you see there, the mayor, Jefferson Koijee, there is what seems to be a little bit of commotion. But the mayor, Jefferson Koijee, is seen there dancing, wearing on a blue t-shirt, a white t-shirt and a blue writing on it, carrying George Weah 2023, Weah Taylor 2023. And there's a fleet of motorcycles. It remains unclear as to whether the mayor will equally be making his way at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, whether he's going to be one of those individuals who will just remain at the headquarters of the Coalition for Democratic Change. So we hope to have Chukon. We hope to have Chukon giving us more updates on this particular situation.
So that's the one man, 700 kilometers. Then you go down, and then you go down 100% apart. You have major development. So tell him, my brother, now you're doing our age. Yes, I want my brother so bad. I want one. One my brother so well. I'm one of the sons of the back country, but I'm not there. I want to well good. So, what a good man. What's up? Everybody go behind the mirror. Everybody go behind the mirror. Everybody go. Everybody go behind the mirror. Watch out, my man. You're not going to get away.
We are here, Monrovia City Mayor, Secretary General of the ruling coalition for democratic change, making his way at the venue where the official event is expected to take place today. Coming to you live on the Jefferson Boulevard in Monrovia. The ruling coalition for democratic change Secretary General, led by hundreds of supporters, are trooping their way currently to the Antoinette Sutton Stadium in central Monrovia, where the CDC will officially launch its 2023 campaign, the Mammoth Cry, Tsunami of Cry, seditions across Liberia have gathered in Monrovia today to launch this campaign, a movement long awaited for an extraordinary time, unbelievable one. Described in central Monrovia is unmatched to any other cry in the history of Liberian gathering in the country. This is it. Seditians are moving with dancing everywhere, singing, jubilating. In fact, they are claiming that we're going to win this election on the first ballot. One round victory. This is it, yeah. Wherever you find yourself, this is FM. Seditians have gathered massively in Monrovia to show a sign of support, a sign of victory to the campaign. October 10th. Monrovians, Liberians have gathered to welcome the president and the ATS, where the campaign officially belongs today. Wherever you find yourself listening or watching Spoon TV live, this moment is so iconic, historic, extraordinary. More than 4 million people turn out in Beijing to protest. This gathering is massive, it's huge, it's large. This is it here. Young and old, women and men have gathered in a mass number to say that they are going to re-elect President George Mane Bweko again for the second time in office in the Republic of Liberia. A moment that all our opposition leaders believe is unacceptable. Politicians are saying they're going to do this once and for all. So thank you so much for joining us. Even spoke on Slama, moving with the Monroe, the city mayor, the Secretary General of the ruling coalition for democratic change, who is making his way at the headquarters at the venue where the event is expected to take place. We are at the Mamoma intersection, making our way through Cinco. An unbelievable moment in the history of CDC. The party has been in existence about 18 years ago, celebrating president's re-election. It's a moment, historic, memorable moment. Many have been yummy waiting, crippling for. Today, the day has come for the CDC official launch in Monrovia. continue to sing, chant, battle cry. You want to come, you can make your way, but the streets are overflooded with seditions, supporters of the regime, party enthusiasts, party zealous. They have come to support this cause. Flying high, flag of Liberia is a sedition. This is the flag of the Republic of Liberia, flying flanked by the ruling party's flag. We're here in Cinco. Clearly, as you can see here, we are approaching 20th Street in Cinco, Monrovia. Ruling Coalition for Democratic Change Secretary General. It's being accompanied by party supporters, party CDS. They are here. The women, law awaited for promotion. most supporters of the regime. We are here bringing you this live. Spoon FM, Spoon TV, Fabric 101.1 FM, Spoon 107.5, Super 95.5, Spot Across. This is what we do for the people of Liberia. Despite the protocol institution, Spoon TV is always there to work with anyone else. Ruling Coalition for Democratic Change. Movement. Long that winter for. We are here on 25th from the party headquarters of the CDC. Now at 20th Street. Back of the ruling party. Just to say here, Silesians are outside today, singing and chanting battle cry everywhere, here and there. This march of CDC reminds me of the march on Washington, 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the struggle, being in their rightful place. Dr. Martin Luther King led 250,000 of blacks on Washington. These Christians are saying this march is intended to put the last nail in the coffin of the election. So it's an exciting moment, dramatic one, extraordinary for supporters of the CDC. Wherever you find yourself, however you're watching and listening, Spoon TV Live, the 7th of September 2023. The official campaign launch of the ruling coalition for democratic change. Remember that the CDC now is 9 political parties.
Okay, so let's see if we can connect with our guy Aaron Talu. Let's try to.
I'm currently at the city Federal Center. So the judge we are now making a way to the Anthony Thomas Stadium. This is a group belonging to the Liberian president. So the president of Liberia and the CDC Standard Bearer President George Weah is now making a way to the Anthony Thomas Stadium where the official campaign will be launched. And in the motorcade, I saw the CDC campaign chair, where Eugene Nangbe. I saw Asia Akisara making our way now at the Anthony Thomas Stadium, where the official campaign will be launched. But I'm yet to see the national chairman of the CDC. Before coming here, I passed to the territory where the CDC chairman lives, but I'm yet to see the CDC national chairman, and I'm currently at the CDC party headquarters as partisan the Anthony Thomas Stadium. President Weah along with the Interact making their way as well to the official campaign launch at the Anthony Thomas Stadium. But I'm yet to see the national chairman of the CDC. I'm yet to see also Nathaniel Palomagio, but other I saw Samuel Toure, the Minister of Finance and Development Planning, and other parties officials, but I'm yet to see the national chairman of the CDC. But there is a fee for a topic for what I am. Before the CDC, there is a fee for a topic. There's a fee for a topic. But I'm yet to see as well the past president. I'm yet to see the past president. President Weah is already on the way. I'm yet to see the past president. I'm seeing a fire truck belonging to the fire service. Just in case any eventuality, the fire service will be there to take control. So the Liberia National Police, the Liberia National Fire Service, they are working. Liberians, civilians are moving in their numbers to the Antoinette Thomas Stadium on Main Street, Central Town, where President George Weah will be speaking to Liberians and citizens. Why should be given a second chance to rule Liberia? So, in a moment for now, all ears, all eyes will be at the Anthony Thomas Stadium, where citizens will listen to the president as he addressed the partisan. Why should be given second term bid to rule Liberia comes October 10th. As a matter of fact, we are counting days now. We are counting days down to the conduct of the March about 2023 general and presidential election. So President Weah now is on his way to the official launch of the campaign, and I'm making my way in the fence of the CDC, where I will have interaction with citizens who are gathered here in their number. So I'm making my way. I'm making my way in the fence of CDC. So I'm currently in the fence of CDC. I'm moving around the fence of CDC. I'm hoping to interact with some partisans of the CDC who are here of the CDC. Like I said earlier, so I'm still here at the CDC party headquarters, Congo Town. There's still a jubilant mood here at the party headquarters.
Pablo, ya. I'm so happy so well. So we have to good thing for me, my left. Yes. I'm very active. Why you doing for you? Number one, I know you know. Two Choya. And number two, I rock out with my country. Start working with my country. Number three, which country? Love my country. Number three, give my lessons of worthy. And number four, I just graduated for you for vocational school. to tell you, thank you. Better to work for me. So that's why.
CDC will win the election.
Yes. Yes. One round victory. One round victory.
What do the people on La Bloc who respect for President Weah today?
All of the election. All of the election. Don't you act all of the election. Election always cheap. It's very few. All of the election.
In the next 90 days, where President Weah will do what people on La Bloc.
But we want to see it. We see more. We see more into it. You will keep on with the power.
One round victory. One round. One round victory. One round victory. One round victory. Force, go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, and welcome. It's all happening at the Antoinette Totman Stadium there in the central Monrovia, specifically on Lane Street, where the Coalition for Democratic Change is having its campaign launch, and we've seen thousands and thousands of Liberians converged there already at the Antoinette Totman Stadium. Is already jam packed. And I would advise that if you are headed to the ATS, please, there's no need. I think you've just got to stay to where you are and celebrate the CDC campaign launch. But as we speak currently, the ATS is jam packed, is packed to capacity. So it's advisable that you don't go there. But and currently, just a few minutes ago, the president just passed by our office in Concord Town. He's headed to the ATS, and I believe at this time he should now be at the ATS, but in the soonest possible time, we will be joining our reporter there who's posted at the ATS to give us more information about what's unfolding there at the ATS. But sad news coming, folks. Sad news coming, is that one person has been reported dead. One person has been reported dead following a tragic motor accident at the Japanese freeway drive. Okay, so and this has been reported by the Front Page Africa that one person has been reported dead. So let me just read you the entire story here. It says one supporter of the governing coalition for democratic change (CDC) is feared dead, and several others injured following a tragic motor accident along the Japanese freeway drive that is outside Monrovia. And the incident occurred when a commercial tricycle, that is keke, and motorbike carrying CDC supporters collided with a yellow bus belonging to the Invincible 11 Majestic Sports Association. And the rider of the tricycle, who is yet to be identified, was reported to be dead. And it says 2 other female victims were rushed to a nearby clinic, but some of those who rushed on the scene when the incident happened. And the victims were on their way to form part of the campaign launch of the CDC at the ATS when this incident occurred. So that's the sad news. The sad news is that one person has been reported dead already, according to an article or story just posted on the Front Page Africa newspaper website. So I think traffic that there's going to be a lot of congestion, a huge congestion in central Monrovia today, and in other parts of Liberia, in some parts of Painesville, in some parts of Batnesville, and other areas, just due to the campaign launch. And that is indicative of the number of people that, we are seeing on cameras, currently at the ATS. So all of you guys have got to be very, very careful. For those of you who are driving vehicles, those of you who are riding tricycle or keke, those of you who are riding motorbikes, all of you have got to be careful, because this day is just a day. It's going to pass and go, and you have the rest of your life to live. So you don't want to, get yourself into big trouble, or you don't want to hurt yourself, you don't want to injure yourself, or you don't want to, injure somebody, because this day will pass. You can celebrate, that's your right. The Constitution grants that. You can affiliate with any political institution at your will, at your pleasure. But as you go about doing that, you must be careful with your own life and the lives of other Liberians. So let's go back to our OB. As a matter of fact, I'm Yekezi Jobel, and I want to say thanks to Nelson Collet, who has been here since morning, bringing you commentary, about today's event at the ATS. And for the rest of the time, I'm going to be here alongside my colleagues who are posted there at various, speak comments. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to be here alongside Chokon Flaman, who's with the CDC Secretary General Jefferson Koijee, and of course Aaron Talu, who's at the headquarters of the CDC as we speak currently. So yes, that's it, and let's go back to them, seeing some events occurring there.
So there is a downpour rain at the from what I stand at the CDC party headquarters in Congo Town, but I'm still here. I'm still posted to bring you the happenings from the CDC party headquarters. A few minutes ago, we saw the president of Liberia and the standard bearer of the CDC making his way to the Anthony Thomas Stadium, where the official campaign launch ceremony will take place, along with Eugene Nangbe. Eugene Nangbe is the national campaign manager of the CDC, and followed by other array of government officials who accompanied the president to the Anthony Thomas Stadium. And so I'm still here. Earlier on myself, Minister of Finance or Development Planning, Samuel Toure, also making a way at the Anthony Thomas Stadium. I saw the Deputy Minister for Fiscal Affairs at the Minister of Finance, Samora Wule also making a way at the Anthony Thomas Stadium. But I'm yet, like I earlier told you, I'm yet to see the national chairman of the CDC saying this morning. I'm yet to see the national chairman of the CDC. Apparently, he already made a way, but I'm yet to see the national chairman of the CDC. I'm also yet to see the former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Nathaniel Falo Magio. I'm also yet to see him. But I'm seeing some other government officials here who are making their way to the Anthony Thomas Stadium. And there's a free flow of traffic for what I am. Yes, you guys go ahead.
Are you there? Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I just want to, emphasize more on this. Are you saying that since today you've not seen the presence of the campaign chair, in fact, the chairman of the CDC, that is Mobile Money, you haven't seen it?
Yeah, you guys see, I'm yet to see the national chairman of the CDC, Moluba Molu. I made my way to the house of the national chairman of the CDC, Moluba Molu. He resides in Polotori, next to our office. I made my way there, but could not see the chairman. I was told that he went elsewhere. I made my way there also. I could not see him, but up to now it is 4. It is 1 minute past 4. The president of Liberia, George Weah, already made a way to the Anthony Thomas Stadium. And
but then what are you
hearing? To see the national chairman of the CDC.
What are you hearing in the grapevine there? What are you hearing about, the absence of the national chair of the CDC? What are you hearing? What are people saying about his absence? What is it then?
Well, you guys see, prior to this day, the launch of the CDC campaign, there have been reaction, there have been absence from street corner, from partisan, from well-wisher of the CDC, that the national chairman of the CDC is not satisfied with the manner informing we is the president of Liberia leave those who will manage the campaign. According to what we have been hearing, those who are managing the campaign, 90% are here from the southeastern of Liberia, but those who from the northern part of Liberia and those from local countries who have been managing the CDC over time, they are not part of the national campaign management team of the CDC 2023 campaign. So based on that, what I've been saying, it is due to that the national chairman might be disenchanted. But as it stands, it is really casting down out here. I'm yet to see the national campaign, the national chairman again of the CDC.
Okay, so another thing is, are people still pulling in? Do you still see a lot of people pulling in? Do you still see a lot of people headed for the ATS, even though it's filled to capacity?
So what I'm saying now, those who earlier on went at the ATS, they are not making their way back home. I saw a couple of cars, several cars, making their way back Painesville. So motorcyclists are making their way back Painesville because it is really cast and door.
Okay.
Yeah, it is really cast and door and a free flow of traffic. So I understand the issue of the youth.
There's free flow of traffic from your end at
Yeah,
the
yeah, from my end.
CDC
Yeah, from my
headquarters?
end. Exactly. From the CDC part of the headquarters, there's a free flow of traffic at much amid, and it is also raining cats and dogs. So even though there might be a traffic, but for the local team for now, there is no traffic from where I'm currently situated.
Yeah, but it's kind of predicted. Looking at the situation right now is predicted that maybe following the president's remarks at APS at the climax of this entire campaign launch. I mean, definitely, there's going to be, huge traffic congestion for those, who are headed to Painesville, Congo Town, and the rest of the areas. But
Yeah,
Aaron, it's
there,
good to
there,
have you
there,
on.
there,
Continue
there
your
will be
commentary,
there will
and
be traffic. There will be traffic, but no traffic for now. 90% of the cars are situated. They are making their way central town to listen to what the president of Liberia will say. You know,
Okay, so
and
Aaron, thank you very much. Let's hold you there to bring on a true confirmer from the ATS. Wow, the ATS is filled and filled and filled to capacity. We have tens and thousands of Liberians who have converged, assembled at the ATS. To support or declare their support for President George Weah's re-election bid. Wow, is this not right?
it is actually Haji Masale who is currently at
Yes,
ATS.
Haji Masale. Yes,
Yes.
Haji Masale is posted at the ATS. So let's try to hear from Haji. What is it like there at the ATS for the sake of those that are listening via the radio? Let's go over to Haji Masale. Haji, are you there? Haji Masale, are you there? Okay, it seems that is not yet in a position to come up. It's jam-packed at the ATS. There are thousands and thousands of people who are participating in this activity, and it's quite congested and it's kind of jam-packed, which understand because obviously people are participating relaxing with this crowd, I believe, are still speaking headed, or as it's been reported, are still heading to APS. Wow, I think there are a lot of people participating now. Somebody asked, "Is this a pure crowd?" I don't speak for Mr. Moderator, but it does appear it is me. Well, are these big hitters or people given money to make up the crowd at the ATS? Whatever the case is, the crowd at the ATS is huge. And I believe the president is seated already because I see some EPS officers, standing along the podium. Yes, so it tells you that president, might be seated at about this time, even though I have not yet seen him from, the video being shown from the live video. I've not yet seen the president, but I see a lot of dignitaries, and the crowd is just so huge. The crowd is just so huge and unbelievable. Yeah. So once we get Haji on, he's going to be telling us exactly what's going on and what's going to happen next at the ATS. But what a lot of people are anticipating is, remarks by, officials of the CDC, the campaign team, and, the partitions of government. Those are the same people who make up government of the country. So you're going to see a lot of them speak today. But the most important speech they are waiting is the speech from the President of the Republic of Liberia, George Manuia, who is seeking a second term in office. Can this be possible? Well, it's something that you cannot say no, but from the crowd that you see in the ATS and in other parts of Painesville, in other parts of Liberia, just declaring their support or showing solidarity to the CDC, it tells you that the CDC is still a formidable force. It tells you that the CDC is still very, very strong. It tells you that the CDC is not any party to underestimate, even though they've had, some lapses, some pitfalls, that Liberians might be angry about. So let's see whether we can get Haji Masalek. And just so you know, if you just joining us now, I mean, it's been reported that one person, is dead. And this has been reported by the Front Page Africa newspaper. Just go on their website, and they are reporting that one person is dead due to a tragic accident involving a tricycle or keke and a motorbike. And according to the report, the keke or the tricycle and the motorbike collided with a yellow bus belonging to Invincible 11 Majestic Sports Association. So following the accident, one person is reported dead and several others injured as a result of that accident. And also in Central Monrovia, we also understand that there was another accident there involving, and the accident involves folks, supporters of the CDC. According to this report, those are supporters of the CDC who were heading to the ATS to form part of the assembly there, to form part of their campaign launch. And unfortunately, that person met their untimely death, and several others were not able to go further because of the accident. So it's very sad. But again, we've got to be very, very careful. Drivers, riders, everybody has got to be careful. Even pedestrians, you've got to be very, very careful how you go about celebrating your day. Yes, we do understand that this is your day, but you also need to protect yourself. You also need to protect your life, because there are more days after this day. So let's go back. I don't know, but at the ATS, the internet seems to be falling over from Haji's end at the ATS, and we are not yet getting any words from Haji. But from the look of things, from the live video footage, frameworks have been done, mechanisms have been put into place to kickstart the official program this afternoon at the ATS. So let's see whether we can go back to Aaron Talu. Aaron, are you still there?
So I'm still here, you can see. I'm still here.
Okay.
There's a heavy downpour of rain. I'm still here.
Okay. So what is it like there at your end? Is it still
Yes, so it's still raining heavy, but like I told you earlier, those who made their way earlier on at the Anthony Thomas Stadium, they are now making their way back home. Even though the president is not yet spoken, but those who made their way earlier, they are now moving back home, to avoid the jam of the traffic that might be later on. But as it stands, I'm still yet to see the national chairman of the CDC. Apparently, he earlier on made his way to the Anthony Thomas Stadium, but for now, I'm yet to see, and for the video footage. That I saw earlier, I'm yet to see the national chairman of the CDC.
Okay. All right, and we're going to keep eyes. We're going to keep eyes on the video footage, the live video footage from the ATS, to see whether he's going to be captured, maybe. But we're going to keep eyes on the live video footage from the ATS. But myself, I've not seen him at the ATS, but it seems not to be raining at the ATS. We've kind of lost our video at the ATS, but once that is regained, yes, we're going to bring you live happenings or events, unfoldings at the Tottenham Stadium this afternoon. Yeah, Aaron.
So you guys, you can see clearly, there's a free flow of traffic for now before the CDC party headquarters. Maybe later on there will be a traffic, but as it stands, the Liberia National Police, along with some security personnel from the CDC, are doing very well when it comes to controlling the traffic. They are doing very well. They are doing extra when it comes to controlling the traffic. There's no traffic for now. We have been told that the ATS is jam-packed to capacity. Even though we made our way earlier, there are some people who could not afford to enter the stadium. They are still outside. So if you are in Queensville, if you are in Ghana, if you are in Duazon, if you are in Morrison Farm, if you are in Finland, you want to make your way to the Anthony Thomas Stadium, there are no space. That will be home, Father School TV, Father School FM, to bring you the latest happening. There are no space at the Anthony Thomas Stadium currently as you speak.
Okay, and relative to the traffic situation, yes, I think from my own observation, because I have been touring other parts of Painesville particularly, and I've seen, police posted at major junction to ensure the smooth flow of traffic, and ensure that there's no congestion of the traffic. So yes, the police is doing well, even at the Boulevard junction, the ELWA junction. at the rehab junction. All of those areas, you don't have any kind of traffic congestion there. Yes, the movement of the traffic may be slow, which happens usually at those various points. But usually, when there's occasion of such, there's huge traffic congestion. But as of today, looking at the number of people who've converged at the ATS, and at about this time, we're not seeing traffic congestion at some of the areas that are prone to traffic congestion. Is just a clear manifestation or indication that the police have been doing well, and I just hope that they will do the same to other political institutions, to opposition political parties, when they are launching their campaign. Because guess what, this is not for particularly for the party, but is for Nigerians at large. Why it's true that another political institution is launching its campaign activities, there are others who are not affiliating with that political institution, and they must go by. In fact, they must go ahead with their normal activities. Okay,
and you guys see
yeah,
the tenor is very massive and peaceful. I must admit, it is
yeah.
peaceful and it is a massive turnout. And the police and even the citizens themselves, I think they are doing justice to themselves. There is no brutality, there is no argument. I mean, they are just moving above, in their numbers, chanting battle cry,
Okay,
political slogans. I mean, it is wonderful.
okay. Yes, yes, and I hope this can continue. Like you said, we've not heard any incident of violence, any incident of brutality. So we also hope that when other political institutions are launching their campaign, it's going to be very very peaceful as the CDC campaign is peaceful, because most other incidents that have occurred, people point fingers at the CDC interrupting the activities that many a times result to violence or chaos. So we hope supporters of the CDC and even
You
supporters of
tell
the
me, then will you
opposition,
tell me?
they will all remain peaceful, as they are peaceful today, even though the day is yet to come to a climax. But we hope everything goes on smoothly without any casualty, without any violence, and that everybody returns to their various homes safely.
So certainly we anticipate that. And earlier on, the Liberia National Police, you guys see, had a press conference trying to sensitize all of political parties, more especially opposition political party, to control their partisans and supporters, well-wishers, sympathizers, not to interfere with the CDC campaign launch today. And I think it plays very well. It plays very well because others who are not sympathizers and supporters of the CDC, I'm not seeing them on the street. So I think the advice from the Liberia National Police and even from the executive of the opposition political parties are playing very well. Their supporters are home waiting for their part of time to launch their campaigns as well.
Okay. Yes, and we are still waiting to see a live video footage from our reporter there at the Anthony Totman Stadium. We also lost Aaron Talu, who's posted at the headquarters of the CDC right here in Congo Town. But we hope we can reconnect with him. And we are also hoping to reconnect with Haji Masale, who's posted at the ATS, and Chokon Flaman as well. He was on earlier, but yes, we lost him, so we hope to also reconnect with him. He's assigned with the Secretary General of the Coalition for Democratic Change. Specifically, he's assigned with the Youth League, yeah, of the the CDC, even though Jefferson Koijee is not, head or president of the youth league, but we still see him, deeply into the affairs of the youth league. So he's assigned with the youth league, where we also see Jefferson Koijee and other young stars of the CDC. So yes, that's it. If you're just joining us, you are listening to Spoon FM. And for those of you watching, you're watching Spoon TV Live. And today is the campaign launch of the coalition for democratic change, the ruling establishment, and it's not easy out there. Central Monrovia is Gem Park to capacity. The ATS is has been filled ever since at about 2-3 o'clock. The ATS was already filled to capacity, and we've been advancing those heading to the ATS, to cut their journey short and return home, because there's no space to accommodate them. If they wish to go there and stand outside the ATS, well, it is up to them. But even outside the ATS is a jam pack. So all you've got to do is, to just sit at the various homes, turn on your radio or take your phone and go out on Facebook and just watch Spawn TV Live. You're going to, watch every bit of happening there at the ATS and other parts of the country where seditions are gathered. So my name is Yekezi Zwogbe. Until we can kind of get our reporters on. I think President Weah should be speaking in the soonest possible time. That is what we are waiting. President Weah should be speaking in the soonest possible time. And besides him, there are other hierarchies of the CDC who will also be speaking. And we hoping to bring you live coverage of that. But earlier, it was reported that it's raining cats and dogs in Congo Town. But from the last video footage that I saw at the ATS, rain did not seem to be falling. But yes, today has been partially a wet day. Yes, so but in spite of the weather, in spite of the rain, you still have supporters of the CDC, walking along the street, transporting themselves. Some of them were transportation were paid by the CDC, something that is obviously saying in our political setting and, of course, other political settings. So
here to themselves. They send their money, and are bring people money, but it's struggling, so they're going to do whatever to get there. But more besides that, I was just in Bon Country 2 days ago. I arrived down in Morocco, and there's an area in Bon Country where I know is the vice president's stronghold. If you get to that particular point, they don't want to hear anything about CDC. If you talk to, you got to confine yourself and get yourself among the midst of your peers who are from the camp. But if you just dare you, go beyond bound, to get into trouble.
Okay.
So, in short,
thank you. You've taken too long on the line. Thank you very much. Let's talk to another person. And I would like to say welcome back to our TV viewers and follow us. Sorry that we had a technical a hindrance, so we had to take a break. To come back. So we do want to apologize to you about that, but it's good to be back on. And the events are going on at various points in Monroeville, in Painesville, in Butnersville, and other parts of Mansurado County. So, I mean, what's the view? What's your take? We are still anticipating, the live video coverage from our reporters there at the ATS. I'm assuming that Chocom Flamma might be at the ATS, or the team led by Jefferson Koijee from the CDC might at this time be at the ATS now, because I saw them hacking. I'll call that hacking to the ATS somewhere around the St. Court area. So what's the view? What do you make of the CDC campaign? It's been, almost peaceful, even though it hasn't yet come to an end. No violence has been reported, even though one person has been reported dead as a result of a tragic motor accident at the Japanese freeway. And that accident, accordingly, involved a tricycle rider, that is a keke, a motorcycle, including a yellow bus. So the tricycle and the keke, the tricycle and the motorbike, according to info, collided with this yellow bus belonging to Invincible 11. That's report we are getting now from the Front Page Africa. But let's go back to the line to talk to more individuals. 0777 1075 0555 101075. Yeah, let's talk to this person. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Are you there? Good afternoon. Are you there?
Yeah, you can see.
Let's hear you. Let's hear you.
I'm coming out again. I slip off the line. Why I was telling you, I'm not going to talk about your radio station. Or even the pro-government station admitted that multiple model is not on the field. That's why I'm concerned. How can a party chairman not on the field and the president on the field? I believe the party chairman is going to be on the field before the president arrives.
Okay. All right.
We're not getting any information. Even pro-government station, they are admitting and conceding to the fact that multiple model is not there. Where is he?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's talk to another person. And very shortly, we'll be talking to our reporter who's just returned on base, Aaron Talu, to give us some info. I'm understanding that he has some information to share with us from the field. But let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Your name and where you join us from?
Yeah, my name is Abenigo C. I joined from the club, the factory.
Abenigo, let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother, let me just tell you, those of who are on the street going to see the area, these people are all transporters, and we say that this time around, first transporter will be the people that will be able to follow the focus. But if you go for the government, on the port, have a head, it's of inviolable. So they are just doing their own, but we think that this coming 2017 will be awesome for them.
Thank you. Thank you.
Labra is not for
Thank you very much. Let's talk to this other person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Yakazi. Let me say bravo to you for opening the line for Liberian to give their view.
Go ahead with the view, please.
Yeah, in regards to the CDC campaign today, you know, I was listening to some British this morning. I heard people discussing whether the crowd is sincere. What yardstick do you have to determine as to whether the crowd is sincere? For the fact that somebody, I'm from opposition political party, right? For the fact that somebody wore the T-shirt and left their home and went over there, you in the ring is beating you, and you dare the ring, definitely you are a sedition.
There's also a possibility that that person is paid.
Yes, I agree. I partly agree. For the fact of the matter, for the fact that child is on you and you over there ring is beating you cheap, you are a sedition. Anything happen to you over there, you are a sedition.
I mean, probably the person was paid and they want to, you know, kind of like fulfill the contract they were paid for. So they had to be there. So you don't want to rule out you don't want to rule out the possibility that you know, an opposition supporter, you know, could wear or be attired in, you know, the ruling party regalia.
We should desist from that. Let us not be dollar rats. We should desist from that ideology of getting 10-5, you know, to go over there.
Thank you.
The people number, or at the end of the day, they claim that they had, you know, had a number.
Thank you. Thank you.
Men of your word. Stand by your word and stand with your political party.
Thank you.
Make the people to understand that you tired with the regime. But you can't be wearing your t-shirt going there, adding that number, or you, at the end of the day, you say the crowd not to steer. No, you'll be making mockery out of yourself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for putting me in the opportunity.
Okay, and our man Aaron Talu is back on base, but I'm sorry he's not going to be on camera. Aaron, welcome back. How was it? You look very, very wet. It tells me that Ray was actually falling cats and dogs out there.
So, like I told you, there's a heavy downpour of rain out there. Around the CDC party headquarters, a heavy downpour of rain. But around the Oro Junction coming this way, it's not that heavy.
Okay.
So the turnout is massive, I must admit. It's a huge turnout, but it is peaceful. I saw the finance minister.
But just before you go that route, I saw a picture, you know, that according to our producer that you sent of someone lying. What's wrong with that person?
So that footage from the Anthony Thomas Stadium.
Okay.
It was sent earlier on.
Okay.
It could be that person due to the intense perspiration, which is heat.
Yeah.
That person might fell off.
Okay.
But I saw the fire service truck moving there because since there's a downpour of rain, you don't need a fire service truck. But earlier on, I showed the hurricane from the CDC requested for the fire truck due to the large crowd at the ATS. The ATS is not that large place to to obtain more people. But looking at the turnout, I'm sure it was due to that the presence of the fire service trucks were needed, to help ease the heat that might be amongst those who are go there or those who are gathered to listen to the president and who is seeking re-election bid.
Okay. And you said you did not see Mobile Molu.
Yeah, so
all day.
So from the inception, I either on went to Duowo Junction to EAW Junction. Either on make a stop to the at the intersection right here. So Boulevard intersection where you have people from District 2, from District 3, from District 5.
And usually programs like this, you see Mobile Molu all over the place.
Yeah, so
all over the place.
You can see prior to this event,
you think think that you got 4, 5, 10 Mobile Molu because you're seeing this way, you're seeing that way, and you see his faces just divided all over. Yeah. But today, we've not even spotted him around.
But CDC prior to this day, I must tell you that the CDC national chairman have been very silent when it comes to the campaign activity. I can tell you since the start of the campaign, August 5th till now, the CDC national chairman he has not really been involved with this CDC campaign. Even the tour from Moserado County, I stand to be corrected. The campaign CDC national chairman was not so much involved with the Moserado campaign team. You know exactly when you talk about CDC and you talk about Moluba Molu, when it comes to campaign activity, you see Moluba Molu everywhere. You listen to Moluba Molu having press conferences. You're listening to it on radio and making appearances and trying to encourage the partisan or the CDC. But this time around, I'm not seeing that kind of a vigor and a zeal within the chairman of the CDC. And what's up today, I stand to be corrected. Apparently, he made his way earlier on, but I went to a home he lay right around the Polotori and behind the Chief Justice, the former Chief Justice Francis Kokpo. So I went there. They told me that he went other side of the road. I also made my way that I could not see the national chairman of the CDC up to now.
Okay, but I mean, you've been at the headquarters of the CDC for a very long time, since you've been there. So, did you hear any info or gossip, any info within, let's say, the grapevine of the CDC that Mobile Model is contemplating on, maybe crossing over to opposition?
You know, there have been this gossip around the corner that the national chairman of the CDC is not happy with the manner and form in which the campaign is being managed. He has complained over time that those who are currently managing the campaign, they are not the one that are supposed to manage the campaign, because for the fact that he is the national chairman. Mind you, President, there was a 2 list of campaign management that came out from the CDC. President, we are named the first batch, and followed by the national chairman of the CDC. We are some people who were named had to come out public to say we were not consulted, so we gave the CDC ultimatum to remove our names from their campaign list. And you can bear me with it. The videos are everywhere. So there have been rigmarole within the CDC regarding the management of this particular campaign, more especially bringing Eugene Nangbe, who here from Maritime, to serve a national campaign team of the CDC. Based on that, the chairman, people are saying over time that he is not happy with that decision and the idea by the president to bring somebody to manage the campaign without his consent.
Okay, folks. So yes, that's it there. Aaron Talu is our man who was at the headquarters of the CDC as of the time he was there. According to him, there was free flow of traffic. We don't know how things like there currently. And also at the ELW junction, as of the time I was there at about 3. Yes, the flow of traffic was smooth, as well as Boulevard Junction and other major junctions like the Rehab Junction at the RIA Highway and other parts of Monrovia. Not much of a traffic congestion, we are seeing as anticipated. So it tells you that the police doing a lot. I saw the presence of police officers at various junctions, but I don't even want to talk about somebody heading to ATS now.
No.
That one will be later now.
Yeah.
So if you go in there now, then I don't know what you're going for.
Look, if you still out there, you really love your party, CDC, you have to stay home, follow Spoon, follow other radio station. I mean, you will get it happening. You don't have to make a way to don't even go around the Cinco Belt, because there will be huge traffic. After the president's speech, people will be rushing home. So you don't want to be somebody who will be stuck in traffic for a couple of hours because you want to get home in time. So you can just stay home, you follow TV, follow the happenings, you get exactly, because the main message that people want to get today is what President Weah will tell the audience, and that's what all wants to hear. You guys see, we want to hear, because the issue of launching campaign, is you want to tell the people what you have done all the time and why you want for a tenure to be extended. I'm sure that's why people have trooped in their numbers and thousands. They want to listen to the president, why he had to tell them. And the country is locked down. People want to listen to the president. And after he speaks today, he'll be created tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
And Mayu,
we will be here tomorrow. I hope to be here tomorrow morning,
yes,
on the TTS, the Today show. Yes, to critique the president's speech. And if we can get our guys here, we're going to do a little bit of criticism today after the speech, and some point of views of those who are listening as well. But
and the president have a couple of days to attend the UN General Assembly in Washington, D.C.
Sure.
So based on that, I'm sure the president will throw light on all of the achievement, all the last 5 years,
Yeah.
and couple with other national issues as well.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm actually seeing. Yeah, I'm trying to get the guys from the ATS. I don't know what's happening, but it seems that we'll have to take a break to be back to know what's happening, because we are not seeing them in the background, and it's about 40 minutes now up to 5 o'clock. I'm assuming that the president should be speaking, or the event there at the ATS should be started at about now. But I'm still yet surprised why our guys are not in the background. So we're going to take a very quick break. And when we come back, definitely, we hope to bring you all of the happiness. Don't go anywhere. Just stay right there, locked to Spoon FM and Spoon TV. And this broadcast is also live on Fabric FM 101.1. So don't go away. Let's take some advert to be right back here with you. Okay, welcome back, folks. President Weah is now speaking, so let's go directly at the ATS. We will bring you the audio firstly, and try to bring you the video as we go on. So the internet is very bad due to the atmosphere. The weather is wet and kind of cloudy. So it's bad out there. But let's go to bring you the president's speech. I don't know how to remove the message of the. Pick up magic.
And so the President, His Excellency George Weah, just delivered a special speech here on the occasion marking the official launch of the CDC 2023 campaign activities. So it's the moment we were waiting for, and that moment has been delivered. The President has spoken, and so he will soon depart this stadium because of the sound system. We will not have many speakers here today. Many speakers will not be here or to mount that podium because we don't have a better sound system. But you listen to the president, we struggle to get the voice from the president. So that's it. That's it. Hope you heard what the president or the candidate of the CDC said on this campaign launch. So we want to pin our camera around a bit to show you, to give you an appreciation of the turnout here. So the moment the president got through speaking, the partisans, especially those that came from little distance from this venue, are leaving. So maybe a vote of thanks, but I rather show that the so the wow you are receiving is the presence of some top Liberian musicians on the stage there in the background, in the back. So we cannot. So the president is about to leave. So Nathana Mageo. So Nathana Mageo is in the crowd also. So the platform now is virtually empty because the president, the vice president, the speaker, the pro tem, the deputy speaker have all left. But you still have partisans here, and some of them are leaving because of the distance they have covered. So again, my name is Haji Masale. I will say thanks so much for watching Spoon TV. It's always a pleasure and great again to have you on our live. Thanks so much for watching. This is Haji Masale.
Okay. You just listen to, Haji Masale there. He was at the ATS, but it's unfortunate that we did not actually get the president's full speech, and the bit of it that we got, had a very bad audio, like you heard from Haji. The sound system installed at the ATS was very bad, so as a result, we did not, loudly and clearly, hear the president speak, attributable to that. But we will try to get the full speech of the president in a few minutes. But according to Haji, in fact, we saw the president left the platform. Yes, the president has left. The president has spoken, and he has left. So the president did not speak for long. He did not speak for more than 15 minutes. I think he spoke for less than 12 minutes. Yeah. So we're going to find his full speech. We hope to do that, to have it played, to hear what actually he said, so that you too can, have your say. But that's it. The entire platform. The vice president was there. The Speaker of the House of Representatives was there. The Senate Pro Tem Albert Chie was there, and several government ministers, deputy ministers, assistant ministers were all present. Directors of agencies and commissions in the country, they were all there, to launch this campaign. But it seems that much wasn't said at the campaign launch. The CDC campaign launch that I know before, you had a whole list of individuals speaking. But for this, it's unfortunate that we lost our video footage there at the ATS. But looking at the timing, not much people spoke there. But Aaron Talu is here. He's been on the field. Aaron, what do you make of this? Do you think it was a wise decision for the president to just cut short his speech, to cut short his message, probably to allow those who have converged from long distances, to be able to return to their home sooner?
So, in political process like this, you guys say, it is not advisable that people who are in the process along with you, in such a auspicious occasion, they are to be given a chance to speak to all us and to speak to the partisan. But this one, it didn't happen. Only the president. And I was at the party headquarters, the CDC party headquarters, 4 minutes past one.
You don't want to be sure that because I'm trying to look out for other video footages.
Mhm.
Okay, so
So
you don't want to be sure that it's only the president
okay, so
who spoke, because we did not carry all of the
mhm.
president's speech, and we lost our video footage from the ATS due to bad weather. We later joined in when the president's speech was almost climaxing. So you don't want to be certain that only the president spoke.
So let's look at the timing, right? I was at the CDC party headquarters 1 minute after 4, and the president, along with the vice president, the campaign manager Eugene Nangbe, and other entourage proceeded at the Anthony Thomas Stadium, right? And right now you have 7 minutes, you have 8 minutes after 5, and the program has come to an end. So what this tell you? It tells you that uh, speeches were not made as compared to other campaign activity that we've been seeing in time past. You know exactly in time past, before the president can mount the podium, other people will come out to give speeches, to give word of encouragement to their partisan. But unlike this one, it is very short. It is very short. You look at the time. It's five.
So what
Five.
what do you think is responsible for that?
It could be the president don't have much to say. So at the
Why
end,
would you say the president
the
doesn't have
but
much to say?
no, you guys let me frank. The
I
president don't
mean,
have much to say. The only thing the president look, all the campaign through the president have gone on, right,
uh,
including the launch of their campaign today. The only emphasis the president will make is he pay what fee.
okay.
He pays what fee. He
Mm,
has been paving road across the country. And
mm,
more especially, he will talk about free tuition at the University of Liberia, which the University of Liberia is not getting the trickle-down effect of the free tuition policy. I'm a student at the university. I know
mm,
exactly. And even people who are attending high school, people who graduated from high school this year, right?
mm,
They might tell you that even though the president is paying what fee, granted, but this money is not the personal money, right?
mm.
It's money for the national I mean, for the national budget. So if you take money from national budget and citizen benefit from such a money, will you take glory for such a money as the president? If you taking money from national covet to pay university fees for students, will you take glory for such a thing and you will use it and to campaign for a re-election bid? Okay.
Okay, so let's just go to listen to the president's speech. I think I have found it,
Okay.
but only the audio version I'm going to play.
Mm,
So let's listen again to the president's speech, and we can have a quick critique.
certainly. The main girl say,
Okay. So welcome back. This is the very live coverage here from odious Congo town of the campaign launch of President George Weah, the C and the CDC. Yep. And yeah, the speech didn't actually end, but that's the audio that we could find at this moment. Let's see whether we can take listen to this audio as well. Okay. Yes. So that's about all we can find for now. Yes. So, folks, that's it. We will open the lines. But Aaron, for the short audio you just listened to, what did you hear the president say? For me, I heard him talk about the freedom of speech and the freedom of the press. He talked about gender equality. He also talked about infrastructure development, though he did not go into details. He also talked about youth empowerment. He did not go into detail, according to him. Now, like the freedom of speech and of the press is, highly guarded and protected by, this regime. He also talked about gender equality, that his government has achieved a lot when it comes to gender equality and youth empowerment, infrastructure development. He talked about those. So, what do you make of the president's? And quite frankly, his speech was very short. Yeah, his speech was actually short, very very short, and the entire program itself was just around 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Yeah.
You rightly said he talked about the freedom of speech, women empowerment, infrastructure development. He could not give
asked Liberians later on to vote for him based on those achievements.
He could not give the in-depth analysis of what he just said.
Probably because
it
of
was
time.
just said on the surface. But you can see, you can see, don't just say time. The president have
so
a lot.
did you expect the president to stand over there and start to name all of the projects that he's undertaking?
No, you can see when you are going for re-election, you have to muster the courage to explain.
That is why you have the publicity team of the president to propagate his message.
Even as that, you the president, aside from those who are following you, when you mount Napoleon, you need to explain to the ordinary masses, those who voted you, mind you, people who are propagating the president message, they were not elected. Okay. So the president is the one who is seeking re-election. Even those who are seeking the president, who are propagating the president message today. So if at the end of October, if the president is not re-elected, they might leave from there and go elsewhere. The person that will win to propagate that message. So you, the president, you need a position. You have to explain to the people what
did you expect of the president?
Okay, very good. So what I expected of the president, you can see, first when he talked about women empowerment, right? Come back to give statistics as to how many women you are empowered and what are the empowerment schemes you're talking about. These are evidence-based that you need to bring forth. And when you talk about infrastructure development, right, come back to point at tangibles. Okay, since my ascendancy to the presidency, since 2017 and our inaugurated 2018, these are projects I have done that you can hold me back. That if you re-elect me, I will do more. Now he want to talk about the ministerial complex. The ministerial complex, I mean, everything was done by Madam Salif. He just can't delegate it, right?
Did he mention the ministerial complex?
No.
Did you hear him mention the
when he
ministerial
talk about
complex?
infrastructure,
Okay.
if he talk about infrastructure tomorrow,
Okay.
if you see propaganda from the CDC, right?
The matter about infrastructure, he wasn't precise.
But you can see,
the ministerial complex.
you can see. These are things
infrastructure is just broad.
Look, you can see this.
It did not narrow down anything.
I come.
So why would you want to bring ministerial complex into the picture?
Mind you, people who are propagating the president message.
Okay.
If you invite them tomorrow,
okay,
these are things they will point out. And I'm telling you earlier.
Okay. So
they will talk about the
fact about the ministerial complex is that it was initiated by the former government, and that project was completed by the CDC government. So. And I do think the president himself has given the former government, that glory, that credit for the initiation of the ministerial complex, and that is why that ministerial complex was named in honor of the former president, Ely Johnson Sirleaf. So that alone tells you that the president admits. That alone tells you that the president appreciates the effort of the former president for initiating the ministerial complex, so that he's not taking all of the glory, even though he completed the project.
So I talk about the ministerial complex, and when you talk about infrastructure, you will also talk about the Invincible Sport Park that is right there. Fish market. He will talk about the
markets over the place.
Yeah,
the building.
These are things he will talk about,
market,
and he will also
road construction.
He will also
feeder roads.
See, very good. I want you to narrate to feeder roads. These are not roads that connect county to county. Have you seen video footage from the Southeast in recent time? Have you seen video footage from the Lofa County in recent time? The roads are deployable, are not pliable. People who
and one other thing to look at is also the durability of those roads that are being constructed.
Talking about the feeder road, right? So these are roads that were constructed 2-3 years ago, and if you apply the road, you know exactly that it's not pliable, it's in very deployable condition. People who construct the road, they could not look at the environment, looking at Monserrado as a whole is a swamp area, right? And if you constructing roads, you know exactly what to use. And these are things we're not taking into consideration. So when the president talk about infrastructure, people who will propagate his agenda, these are things we'll talk about the ministerial complex, the Invincible Sport Park, the market that he's building all over.
If they talk about the ministerial complex, I think they will have to give credit.
But you can see,
Madam Ely Johnson,
you right in this country. You right in this country.
All of the money for that project, of the money, for that project, according to information that I have, was secured already.
But
prior to this,
they will tell you government is continuative. Yes, we agree, government is but they will want to seek the glory of that. So when you talk about infrastructure development, that's one aspect they will point at. When it comes to road connectivity, we are not seeing the road. We are just seeing feeder road, and the only way you see the feeder road is you have one minister living here, and if that road going to the minister's house, it has to be paved and stuff right to the minister's house.
Like the house of Prince Johnson, there's a little, feeder road heading there.
Okay,
and
so
it stops right at his entrance. As well as
Nathaniel
McGill's house,
and even the current foreign minister, she lives there. She lives there in a Tingle village.
Okay.
She paved the road from the intersection to her house, and it's still right there.
And
so those who live beyond Roof Coca-Cola house, they don't need paved road.
Okay.
They don't have appetite to drive on paved road. Only she alone have the appetite to drive on paved road.
Also alongside the GSA road.
Yes.
You also have the speaker living there.
Yes.
And there's a paved road straight from the main GSA road all the way to the home of the speaker.
And driving toward the former vice president.
Yeah.
Where you have the Maguire School, you have the current Commissioner General of Maritime, Eugene Nangbe, and the campaign manager. He lives around there, so he paved the road from the main road to a house. He stopped it right there. Only he alone have the appetite to drive on paved road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the president talked about a lot of things, and It's unfortunate that we don't have the luxury of time to play, get hold of all this full speech to have it play. But Spoon News comes up at 7 o'clock this evening. Spoon Evening News comes up, so you can listen for the news, to the news, to get informed with happenings today, plus other happenings in the country. And just before taking leave of you,
but before you get to the line, I wanted to look at the issue of freedom of speech, right?
Okay.
So for me, when the president talked about freedom of speech in Liberia, even though he signed the KK Act, the Abdullah Kamara Act when it comes to freedom of speech, but the effect hasn't been felt by media practitioners.
Okay.
Now, since the president in session as a president, Root FM was closed under a regime as president, right?
Okay.
Up
Root
to now,
FM.
yes, up to
Of
now, up to
Henry
now,
Costa.
yes, up to now, the station cannot be reopened,
Okay.
right? And even other media institutions, right?
Okay.
Are accused
So
of
you want to also consider Patrick Horner's station?
exactly. Exactly.
What's the name?
Punch FM.
Punch FM.
Yes, Punch FM. Punch. His frequency was given to him by RTA.
Okay.
He just put a billboard up with a punch.
Mm.
Based on that, he was closed and he went to Supreme
But
Court.
yeah,
Supreme Court
he
ruled,
was-
even though he was
I
delayed.
think he was denied permit or something.
It was delayed.
License, yeah, something.
Yeah, it was delayed,
Mm.
even though the frequency was given to him,
Mm.
but the Ministry of Information could not give him the permit because they are the one that gave permit. The permit was not given to him, and he went to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court dread that case for 4 years, and lastly, the permit was given to him. So this are thing when we talk about freedom of speech. I mean, it's not achievable. It's just to say it,
It is achievable, but you can say in your opinion
Yeah,
that
but-
I
mean,
the CDC government did not achieve it. But I frankly, in my opinion, I would say the CDC government achieved to a large extent. Achieve. I'll be giving them. If I should grade them from 0 to 100, I think I'm going to give them 50.
Okay.
Yes. They tried in kind of encouraging the freedom of speech, because you look around here today, there are a multiplicity of radio stations and newspaper, different media, all outlets for social media. I mean, they are many, and there are a lot of criticisms, and there have been a lot of criticisms, against the president, which I think he's tolerated. So while it's true, there has been other breaches. There have been other negativities when it comes to encouraging or promoting the freedom of speech under the regime of the CDC. I do think they have done 50%.
Okay.
Like I said, if I'm grading them on the scale, let's say from 0 to 100, I will grade them 50%.
So,
Yes.
so 50 is not a passing grade. You know
Okay.
exactly. 50 is not a passing grade. So,
Yeah.
so it should not be thing that somebody brag about because it's not a passing grade.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, and also, there's another thing I wanted to jot it down that I wanted to
Women empowerment.
talk about. Yeah, women empowerment. I'm not clothed with the statistics right now, so I cannot speak to it. But Aaron, we have limited time.
Certainly.
News coming up. We've got to do some preparations, for news. So let's go to the lines and hear Liberians speak. You heard the president speech. Let's hear you, though it was very short, and I think the brevity of the speech was very, very necessary, because there are currently thousands of Liberians there at the ATS, and now as we speak, it's 5 o'clock, 5:28 from my end, and the president has been there since 4:45, 4:40. Yes, he's been around there, and he spoke at about 5 o'clock. Yes, so yeah, he was brief, and that was necessary because if he had spoken for long, he would have, caused a lot of people to stay long over there.
Okay.
And it's going to be very, very fearful.
But
It's
let me point with you.
is-
Do you think the partisans who left their homes and troops at the ATS, wanting to listen to the president regarding deliverables, do you think that their requests were actually granted?
Well, I don't know the expectations of individuals. Well, if it were your expectation that if you go there, you want to listen to all of the achievements of the president for one straight to maybe 50.
Not all, but the major.
Then of course your expectation was not met.
Okay.
If your expectation was to listen to the major ones, maybe I don't know how many you wanted to hear, then obviously your expectation wasn't met because the president only spoke on the surface about his achievement. He talked about freedom of speech and freedom of the press, gender equality, infrastructure development, youth empowerment, and all of that. He did not go. Into detail.
And we reported also that the national chairman of the CDC was not there, and you listen to Haji, our man Haji there. He names those who were on the platform. He talked about the speaker, the deputy speaker, Senate President, the vice president, Eugene Nangbe, President Weah, but Moluba Molu was not mentioned.
Yeah, Moba Molu was nowhere to be seen. And of course, I know if Moba Molu was over there, he would have been in hiding. No, sure, he would have been in hiding. I mean, you would have seen at the party headquarters.
Okay,
that's the first place you probably going to see him at the party headquarters, and later on you're going to see at the podium.
Yeah, he could even speak. He could even make a remark as well.
Course.
Yes, yeah. Even the national secretary general of the party, he was not even on the podium.
I don't want to say that.
but you listen to Haji.
You
listen to Haji very well.
Listen. Haji did not call the names of every. You know that Haji did not call the name of every individual.
He talked about.
Why it's true that he pointed out he named some personalities that were with the president. It's also true that he did not call the name of all of the platform guests.
Okay.
So you cannot say for sure that Jefferson Koijee wasn't there. And
he made a way, but to be on the podium. There was a live broadcast.
That's what I'm saying. To be on the podium, that platform
is optional. Are you saying that it is optional?
Listen, there were a lot of people on that platform. So you don't know whether Jefferson Koijee was sitting somewhere around. And of course, Jefferson Koijee is a hierarchy of the CDC. So I mean, why would he not be on the platform? But again, if he chooses not to sit on the platform, that's another thing. But I cannot be sure that I can say for sure that Jefferson Koijee wasn't on the platform.
Okay.
Yeah. But let's call it a day. Yes, we'll have to call it a day right here.